What's up, guys? We're going to be looking at the top 5 lakes and reservoirs in southeast Pennsylvania or the greater Philadelphia area. This specific area of Pennsylvania does not have the most lakes compared to other parts of Pennsylvania and other states, but there definitely are a few places that are worth a visit if you want to catch some big fish or a wide array of fish. The criteria for why these lakes are in the top 5 or why they are in the spot they are in is going to come from 3 categories, which are the accessibility and ease of use. How easy is it to get to this lake? How easy is it to fish from the bank? How easy is it to move around? And then next up, the fishing productivity. Is there big fish? Is there a wide variety of fish? Can you catch a lot of fish? And then the visual aspect and the scenery. How pretty is the lake? How naturally pleasing is it? Coming in at our number 5 spot, we have French Creek or Hopewell Lake. This, as far as accessibility goes with this lake, I think it's pretty easy. There's, I think, one kayak launch, but once you get in there, you can kind of go throughout the entire lake. As far as bank fishing, there's maybe like a few spots you can go, but it can get tough because there's a lot of vegetation on the outside of the lake. And fishing productivity, I think it's very easy to catch a large amount of fish here. No matter what, you're going to catch something. It's very beginner friendly, and if you want to go with your family or something, usually you can catch fish. As far as the scenic beauty goes, I'm kind of biased towards this place for that reason. It's in the middle of nowhere. You're surrounded by forests, and it's very quiet. I don't think there's any gas motors allowed in this area, but yeah, it's a really nice spot. Coming in at number 4, we have Marsh Creek. As far as the access aspect goes, there are many parking areas, a few places you can launch kayak or get your boat in the water. There are a few spots to fish off the bank, but these spots can get pretty crammed. It's a great size for the lake. It's pretty easy to get around with many different spots if you're on a kayak or a boat. There's also a place you can rent boats and kayaks there too, so that's a plus. As far as fishing goes here, there's many bass in the area. You can definitely get your hands on some trophy fish. There's not too many unique species in the lake, but there are a wide array of panfish if you're into that. To be honest, I don't think Marsh Creek is very scenic or has any unique natural beauty. It can get pretty packed in the water, and it's also surrounded by a bunch of neighborhoods and a lot of fields. And I don't know, I just don't necessarily like the scenic vibe here, but it's definitely a nice spot to catch fish. Coming in at number 3, we have Blue Marsh. For accessibility, it's definitely easy to get into this lake. There's multiple boat launches all around the entire lake. And there's also a massive trail system if you want to fish from the shore. It leads to many different locations. As far as the fishing side of things go at Blue Marsh, it's definitely a grind. It's going to be more rewarding for the skilled angler. There's a lot of submerged foundations and attractors. If you have the technology to find those things, then it'll be a little bit easier. But it's also got a good mix of species, including some bass, catfish, and you can catch some walleye here too. Although it lands pretty close to Reading, which is the opposite of what I'm about to say here. No offense to any Reading viewers, but it's very pretty at this Blue Marsh spot. There's beautiful sunsets here. There's also like a wide array of natural beauty. Like you have some rolling hills, some nice forest areas. It's very nice. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have Green Lane Reservoir. Whether you're fishing from a kayak, the bank, or on a small boat, there's a lot of different ways you can catch fish here. It's also a large lake, but there's many different areas you can access the lake through like kayak launches and all that good stuff. But the fishing's also pretty good. Uh, Even just bank fishing, I caught a huge catfish before, and some trophy bass are definitely around. Sometimes there could be low action here. You'll be spending your entire day just for a few bites, but that's not the worst thing. And as far as the scenic aspect goes, it's definitely a pretty beautiful area. There's many different unique places you can go within the reservoir. There's also like a little creek, and it's a nice park. Finally, with the #1 spot, Lake Nockamixon. This is my personal favorite spot for many different reasons. As far as accessibility goes, it's pretty easy to get in and out of this lake for how big it is. There's a few boat ramps and kayak launches. For bank fishing, there's a few popular spots you can go to that sometimes can get a little bit crowded, and if you want to go into the forest and fish in between trees, it can be a little bit hard. But for me, fishing from my kayak, it works pretty well. It can get a little bit hard to move from point A to point B because the lake is so big, and it's also so open, so if there's wind, it might be a little bit hard to move around. But when you can move around and get from spot to spot and the fishing is on, it's on. For more about the fishing, there's a large variety of many different cool fish, including stripers, muskie, walleye, and of course the large monster bass you can catch at Lake Nockamixon. The experienced anglers will benefit more here too. Again, with if you have a fish finder, it's very helpful. There's a lot of structure within the lake. The part that definitely puts Lake Nockamixon ahead of these other lakes is the natural beauty. I'll always remember the first time coming here. I'd never seen a lake like it before, and I walked up and I was just in awe of just how clean and untouched it felt. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's surrounded by forests, and it's a really nice spot. If you haven't been there, you definitely gotta check it out. That's gonna be all for this one. Let me know if I missed any of your favorite lakes, or if you completely disagree with me and my list, let me know. Or if you agree with it, let me know as well. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.